My dad was a drug addict. My dad was a thief, right? He was never in my life, right? The few times I've seen him was never good. Never good. Right? One time, right here in this bathroom over here, right? I found a thing for grinding weed. Wish that was a joke, right? Right? Every time my cousins see me, tell me I look like him. My Mexican cousins. No. It's funny because while I might look like him, I'm not him, right? I'm not a drug addict. And if when I do have kids, I damn sure won't be a fucking deadbeat, you know? He was a 29-year-old man having sex with a 20-year-old woman. So it wasn't like that he was an 18-year-old. So the fact still stands. Why wasn't he in my life? Now, I've heard stories of him helping out some other woman raise her kids. Funny fact, I actually met this woman. She's like, "Oh, I love your dad. He's such a nice man. What's he doing?" And I'm like, "Who's she talking to? It ain't me." Then I realized it was me. Because there was no one else around but my family and me. But, like, I don't know. He was never there. He was never in my life. But I didn't say that. I said, I don't know, I haven't seen him in a while. What I didn't want to say was, I don't know, he's never really been in my life. The few times I have seen him, he was never really there. Right? He was too busy getting his next fix in his head. He was too busy worried about figuring out what he could do in his own life to make himself get worse. Trying to figure out what he could do. He's been in jail a few times, been in prison a few times. He's not somebody that I would say would be the man, my best man, because he's never been the best man. He's never been the hero. My mom raised me. But my mom was a drug addict, a thief. But she didn't raise me. Right? I practically had to fix my own sandwiches. Right? There's times she was a good mom, but she was almost never a good mom. She definitely wasn't a great mom. I mean, fuck. She got her daughter taken away from her. Right before me. I left at the age of 12. But I knew in my head I was going to leave because rape, being beat up, having your ribs nearly caved in, and right, having your hand burnt by a cigarette, and then having to lie to a teacher and say, "No, that scar's been there." Yeah, the scar's been there. He was smart enough to put it on the scar that was already there, so you can't see the scar that he left. Right? Right? Having your head through concrete. Right? Having a man wake you up when you're 5 years old so he can suck your dick, so he can abuse the fuck out of you. Right? At the same time, he's beating your mom back in blue, but he didn't do anything wrong, right? But he's at the same time, he's also cheating on your mom, sometimes through the relationship. I'd be lying if I wish she didn't break up with him. But the few times they did break up, they got back together. I never liked him. I never trusted him. Now let me say the obvious fact for you. Now he said to me that he did the same thing he did to me to his daughter. To his daughter. He raped his daughter. He abused his daughter. No wonder she was a drug addict. I wish the best for his daughter, but I don't wish the best for him. Right? Right? Throwing my head to a wall, beating me till I'm black and blue. Right? Right? Having a little shower fun time with me. Right? Choking me out twice in front of my own mother. Right? My mom would take up for you even to this day, because in her head, you're the perfect guy when she knew damn well you wasn't. Right? She'd go to the end of the world with that man, but she wouldn't go anywhere with me. She wouldn't take me to the top of the fucking mountain. Sadly, this is true. Right? I was suicidal for a very long time because I was sad and tired of getting beat up. To the point I thought of hanging myself. I thought of drowning myself. I thought of everything possible just to get away from the horror story that was my life. And when I eventually did get away from the horror story, I remember the day he was at the hospital. I was there for diarrhea. My immediate thought when Mamaw showed up is, the horror is over. The trauma is over. Craig's no longer in my life. Or so I would think to about 2019, where he wrote on my Mamaw's house that him and my mom lived in, because she was still with him, "You're next on the house." Now I think he meant, "You're next to my mom," meaning he was gonna, he destroyed the fuck out of that house. Right? He tore that house sideways and down and up. Right? There was dog shit in it. There was everything in it. That house looks psychotic. That house had garbage in it. That house had glass took all the way through it. Like he was searching for something. Must have been his lost fucking soul, because Lord knows he has to have a heart.